Alright, Lion City Sailors, we are here for you, right guys? We are here for you and we are strong as a stadium. We need to show them our support today. Can we do that? Fans of Lion City Sailors, can we do that? Sailors! Alright. Let's show them exactly how strong we are with a very, very fun game. If you guys please put your attention to the TV screen and you will see yourselves on the screen and all you gotta do is flex. Let's get into it, alright? Let's go! I see that, come on, give me some flexing, show me those muscles. Let's go, I love that. I say shit, up and down, man. You got yourself some merch when you can find that in your script, by the way. Shout out to Heartbreak Kids, Shawn Michaels. Speaking of Heartbreak Kids, look at that handsome gentleman over there. Give us some Blazer action. You got it, there's a bit of biceps. Alright, look at that guy. I love it, he is here and he's ready to party with this hitter. Yes, this is the energy that our sinners need today. So if you can, show them how you come in with the strength. Yeah. Don't be shy, guys. Don't be shy. There we go. We see some amazing flexing up in there. Beautiful jerseys as well. Let's keep it going. Give it all your energy and give it all that sound. Yes, point at the camera. You got it, man. You got it. Show us a bit of your arms. Awesome. Snap your feet. If you guys are going to be up on the flash cam, so just show us the energy and the camera might just be on you. I love to see it. You love to see it. We have hardcore fans in the house. Come on, you can get looking up with. Doesn't matter if you're going to get multi-time. Let's go! Let's see who's coming up next with that arm action. What do we have here? Let's go! Jack your feet. There you go. He's so strong. He's looking up with his shoulder. Okay. The moment for these programs on the board, but it's all right now, you're on the screen. So then we have a little muscle action. Okay, all right. Let's see who we have next on the absolutely fantastic flex game. And we progress to show strength.
The venue which hosted last season's AFC Champions League Two final is once again the arena for a crucial battle in this edition of the competition. Welcome along to Bishan Stadium as we get set to take in a fixture which will play an important role in determining the fate of the finalists from last season and host Lion City Sailors of Singapore as they come up against a formidable Bangkok United of Thailand. It's matchday 4 of the AFC Champions League Two 2025-26 season, and this game is taking place in Group G of the East region, the crowd of some of Southeast Asia's biggest clubs vying for two spots to go through. Persib of Indonesia lead the way on 7 points, with Bangkok United just a point off in second. They come into this game 2 points clear of the Lion City Sailors in third, and the home side in need of a win to strengthen their hopes of qualification. It is hot and humid in Singapore today. The sun has been blazing in all its glory over the clear skies of this island nation. 33 degrees Celsius. Humidity past the 50% mark. Not too comfortable, but this is what it's like in this part of the world, and the teams will be used to it, even if it might have some impact on the overall pace of play, at least until the sun sets, which is scheduled for about when the teams go into the dressing room for the half-time break. Bangkok United will be led out by Everton, a Brazilian defender who's been at the club for a very long time. And the last time the Sailors played here against Selangor, it was just like this with the heat and humidity at kickoff, followed by a thunderstorm half an hour into the game, which resulted in a suspension of about 80 minutes or so due to the lightning in the area. And that's how it goes in the tropics. Thankfully, it doesn't look like we're going to get any rain this evening, so we should be spared any weather delays. We are at Bishan Stadium, a venue which served as the battleground for last season's final between the Lion City Sailors, in your picture now, and Sharjah FC of the United Arab Emirates, an evening which ended in heartbreak for the Singapore side after a narrow 2-1 defeat. But it was a campaign that gave them a wealth of encouragement and belief that this is where they belong, and that this is a competition in which their dreams of becoming one of the continent's great teams can be realized. Good atmosphere here at Bishan Stadium as well. Supporters from both clubs in attendance, looking to be treated to a good game of football. It is a much changed venue from that famous night in May. The Sailors had invested close to $1 million to revamp the stadium for the tournament's main event. Lots of work went on with the floodlights, the pitch, the branding and seating capacity, among others, carried out for that final. But this is what Bishan Stadium usually looks like when the Lion City Sailors play their home matches here. A natural grass surface at Bishan as well, looking a little dry today, which isn't much of a surprise with the weather we have had in the country over the last few days. Hasn't been much rain, so the sprinklers and ground staff have had to work harder to deliver quality playing surface, which it still is. Both teams very happy to play with the ball on the ground, on the pitch. And they have been watering the playing surface at regular intervals over the last couple of hours.
Bangkok United from Thailand and your Lion City Sailors.
Our team's just about ready to make their way out onto the pitch here at Bishan Stadium, a venue which has seen matches in the AFC Asian Club Championship, AFC Asian Cup Winners' Cup, AFC Cup, and last season's final. Sailors will be looking to use their home ground advantage to great effect once again this season. They have a wonderful group of supporters, a set of fans who have been able to witness and celebrate plenty of success in the club's short history of just 5 years. 2 league titles, 2 Singapore Cups, and an incredible run through last season's competition. The Sailors will need to be in great form tonight as they look to feed off the energy from the stands to help them through what will be a tough challenge against a Bangkok United side that they have never beaten. This is the 4th meeting between these clubs. Bangkok United have won all the previous 3, although the fixtures have been close. And there haven't been many goals from their clashes so far. Just 5 from 3 games, with 4 of those contributed by the team from Thailand. They first came up against each other in the group stage of the AFC Champions League 2023-24 season. Bangkok United won the first meeting 2-1 away from home, and then picked up a 1-0 win in the return game back at their home ground. On that occasion, it was Bangkok United who would go through, top of the group. And if they win tonight, they'll put themselves in a great position to go through from this group as well, having already beaten the Lion City Sailors 1-0 at home on match day 3.
Give it up once again for Bangkok United and Lion City.
Tirasin Dangda getting a start for Bangkok United. What a treat it will be watching him play. Sithipan Puangchan, number 18 for Bangkok United, a dynamic central midfielder. Goes box to box, plenty of energy and quality all across the pitch for both these sides. Well, let's have a look at the lineups, beginning with the Lion City Sailors. They have made 3 changes from their last outing in this competition. Lionel Tan comes into the team for his first appearance of this season's campaign in place of the suspended Haris Harun, who was sent off on match day 3. Akram Azman gets his first start in this campaign in place of Safwan Baharudin, who is unavailable tonight. Song Yong is also out of the starting 11, so he has to make do with a place on the bench, with his position in the middle of the park going to Rui Perez, who makes his 50th appearance for the Lion City Sailors. Match officials are all from Lebanon. Referee for this game is Sheikh Ahmad Al-Adin, being introduced into the Continental fold. This is just his second AFC Champions League Two fixture. His first was in September as he oversaw Taipo's 2-1 win against Macarthur. He will be assisted by Ali Moqdad, Ahmad Al-Husseini and fourth official Muhammad Issa. And this is the starting lineup for Bangkok United. Away side have made 3 changes from their last game in this tournament. Tirasin Dangda comes into the side for the 44th AFC Club competition appearance of his career in place of Rishairo Zhivkovic, who is out through injury. Jakapan Praisuwan makes his 25th AFC Club competition appearance with a start. He replaces Nitipong Selanon, who has to make do with a place on the bench this evening. Poklo Anan is the 3rd change for this side, with Sea Kunori available on the bench if needed to change the game later on. A couple of players in this Bangkok United squad here in Singapore for this fixture. They were playing in the Singapore Premier League just last season. Kyoga Nakamura and Sea Kunori. 2 players, both from Tampines Rovers, joining Bangkok United for this campaign, both on the bench tonight. Essentially a must-win game for the Lion City Sailors if they want to keep the destiny in their hands. We're just moments away from kickoff here at Bishan Stadium in Singapore. Off we go at Bishan Stadium, this match day 4 Group G fixture between the Lion City Sailors of Singapore and Bangkok United of Thailand. There is Mohsen Al-Ghassani in the blue and black of Bangkok United, going from right to left on your screens, up against the Lion City Sailors in their white and blue. Bangkok United second in this group, just 1 point behind Persib of Indonesia. 2 wins and 1 defeat for them. The Lion City Sailors in third, 2 points off Bangkok United. 1 win and 1 draw. The last time these 2 sides came up against each other was on match day 3. A 1-0 win for Bangkok United, who have never lost against the Lion City Sailors. 3 wins from 3, 100% record for them. On although all the matches have been closely contested and won by the odd goal. There is Alexander Rankovic, the most successful coach Lion City Sailors have had in their short history. Former midfielder in his playing days, much of which was spent in the Netherlands, which is also where he did most of his coaching until he was appointed by the Lion City Sailors in June of 2023. Early corner to defend. That's the outswinger. Touched away by Dengue. It's going to come back in. One chai with the cross. Nudge in the back of Leonard T. Floated towards the far post. There was a nudge there on Leonard T from Jakapan Praisuwan, who's decent in the air. T with the height advantage though in that situation. Patiwat Kamai in goal for Bangkok United. We've got a strong squad. Something that Toshtawan Siripan has needed to use. Has been the head coach since 2020, and this game is his 180th as head coach in all competitions. He's done a great job with the club. Was a Thailand international as a player, an attacking midfielder in his time. He actually played in Singapore for 5 years with Sembawang Rangers. Very successful as a player and as a coach as well. Yet to win the league title with Bangkok United, led them to FA Cup and Champions Cup success previously. Also a former coach at Mong Tong United, and was very successful there as well, winning the Thai League One title in 2016 with that club. There's Tirasin, touched on to Poklo, back to Tirasin. Will be allowed to drift into deeper positions as well. Muhsin Al Ghassani has stayed down, clutching his ankle. The referee playing the advantage. Wiratep, classy in the middle of the park. Assured in possession, and number 27. It just looks like Wiratep and Poklo will be sitting in front of Everton and Supan Tongsong, two central defenders for Bangkok United. Has that base in the build-up. Muhsin Al Ghassani, he's a lot better than what he's just done there. Big swing and a miss. There's Akram Azman, being given a rare start this season. It's just earned a recall to the Singapore international squad for the upcoming window. Playing some good form in the last couple of matches he's been involved in. Scored a goal and an assist in the last Singapore Premier League fixture. That's a lovely header on to Leonard T. Everton, as always, reads the game well. Comes across. Gets it back from Patiwat. Lovely pass down the line for Poklo. Pires sweeping up in midfield. That's the role he'll be playing for the Lion City Sailors. He's the protector in the middle of the park for them. Rui Pires making his 50th appearance of his career with the Lion City Sailors. And Ramzala just giving it away. It was Wiratep. Quick to press Bart Ramzala. Titipan driving forward with it, just overhits that pass. Well capable of scoring from range as well, Titipan Pongchan. Will be the most advanced of the midfield three for Bangkok United this evening. Very tough to dispossess. Making his 4th appearance in this season's competition. Yet to score or pick up an assist. Titipan. Al-Haft. Well defended by Costa, who's full of energy and running down the left. A little bit of panic from Ilyas Al-Haft as Costa was bombing forward. As Al-Haft, who is half Indonesian, half Moroccan. Born in Rotterdam, Netherlands. And he played for Netherlands at under 18, under 20 level. Came through with Sparta Rotterdam as a young player. Played in the Eredivisie with the club. Joining Bangkok United from SC Cambuur. It's Bangkok United's turn to do some defending from a set piece. Costa. Not great, but it's being picked up by D. Shot was blocked. Al Ghassani holds on to possession for his side. Some space in the middle for Tirasin. As Al Haft on the outside. Good recovery. Tony Darkovic. Next Titipan. Wiratep. Poklo. Plenty of experience in this Bangkok United side as well. Several Thai internationals. There's Wiratep. To Everton. Brazilian central defender who scored against the Lion City Sailors in the AFC Champions League 2023-24 group stage match between these two sides. Great organizer of that back line, very strong in the air, and a good reader of the game is Everton. Has been with Bangkok United since December of 2017. And Patiwat, who's been the club's #1 for a few seasons now. Picked up that clean sheet against the Lion City Sailors in the last game. Ramsala. Sailors can be a threat on the break. Costa. Everton there once again. Helped out by Titipan. Al Ghassani wrestled to the ground by Tony Darkovic. And the Croatian central defender Darkovic celebrating his 32nd birthday today. Plays on that left-hand side of a back three, which drops into a back five. This is the Lion City Sailors set up in formation on the continental stage, a 5-4-1. On the domestic front, they've shifted into a back four. And the first three matches of this competition, they had one of the central defenders, Haris Harun, stepping into midfield when they had the ball. Without it, he would drop in to that defensive line. But it looks like a pretty strict back five this evening. Pretty well played out from that press initially by Bangkok United, but they win it back. There's Wiratep. He'll turn his way out of trouble, but Perez and Akram Osman with the double team. Wiratep has stayed down. The Sailors well within their rights to keep going. Play to the whistle. Costa goes inside to Perez. First time looking for Ramsala. It's won by Titipan. And Bangkok United will have the opportunity now to put it out so that Wiratep can receive some treatment. Wiratep Pompun. The Cruyff turn. It looked to be a clean challenge from Akram Osman. You can see why the referee didn't award the free kick. Got all of the ball. A bit of Wiratep perhaps on the follow through, but it was a good challenge from Akram Osman. Wiratep Pompun making his 4th appearance in this season's competition. One of a number of former Muangthong United players in the squad. As we have a look at Leonard T. Has been in great form. It was a difficult start for him initially when he joined the Lion City Sailors. Took some time to fully get going. He's been banging in the goals for fun. Two head coaches, both former players. Mr. Sripan with more experience in that head coaching role, much more experience in the head coaching role than Alexander Rankovic. Very tidy bit of distribution by Patiwan. Al-Ghassani back into Tirasin. Titipan onto Jakapan. Looking for Al-Ghassani. Just on the blind side. Drifted in behind Lionel Tan. Good quality on that cross from Jakapan. Finding his striker. It was the right idea. Going back the way it came from. Trying to find that far post. Just wide there from the Omani international. More than 60 caps for his country. Joined Bangkok United in July of last year from Al Seeb. Another header on by Akram Asman. Now those are the channels they're looking to hit with those longer passes, the Sailors. We've seen that twice now. A longer pass out to Akram Asman. The flick on into Leonard T, who's making the run in behind Wanchai Jarunongkran. Perez has to go back to Sushak. Gets read in time. Closed down by Wiratep. Datkovic. It's Everton. There with the header. It's gone out for a corner to the Lion City Sailors. Good run from Leonard T. Splitting the defenders, getting in between Wanchai and Everton. He's forced the corner. And something else that Tony Datkovic brings to this Lion City Sailors side, his ability in possession. Carry it through the lines, and also good quality with his passing. Well, it's with the line-breaking passes on the ground or the longer diagonals. So it is Costa who will take this. The referee is just letting players know that he's watching, so they've been warned. Eyes on the action as this is whipped in by Costa. Flick on the near post. Lopez with the chance. Cleared away by Tirasin. Perez. AFC Porto's youth setup. Going to make a senior appearance for FC Porto. To play in the second division of French football. And came back to play in Portugal with Passos Ferreira. There's Hussein Al-Ghassani. Titipan. Al-Ghassani playing on the left of what looks to be a very fluid forward line for Bangkok United. Gets around to rotate. Al-Ghassani, more for central position. That shot takes a deflection of Datkovic. Easy for Susak. Rolled out quickly to Costa. Nice pace at the start of this contest. Both sides moving the ball along very nicely. Bangkok United finished the first meeting between these teams with 60% possession, although that number will have been inflated by the fact that the Singapore side had to play most of the second half with 10 after Haris Harun sending off for denial of an obvious goal-scoring opportunity, which led to that penalty. So we have another look at this chance for Lopez. Might have been a couple of appeals for a penalty. And not enough contact for the awarding of a spot kick. Costa. There's Ramsala. There's one for Akram to try and win on the far side. Instead, it's come off Wanchai. Out for another corner. Should be a good battle down that side of the pitch as well. both fullbacks enjoying the chances to get forward and join the attack. Touched away by Wanchai, making his third appearance in this season's competition. Has been with Bangkok United since June of 2018, but also spent some time on loan at Pulistero a few years ago to get those regular minutes. And he used that move very well. Came back to the club and has been a very useful member of the squad over the last few seasons. In the way of that delivery. So Costa, who whipped it in towards the near post on the first one. That's the signal again. What's he got? A little bit deeper for the second. Good confident goalkeeping from Patiwa. Wiratep, big switch. Clever ball. And Susak had to sweep. Solid ping forward, that one from Wiratep. He's got that range of passing. We're going to catch out the Lion City Sailors on the transition from a set piece. Here's Wiratep again, takes it from Everton. Wanchai. Everton just looking for a bit of movement in front of him. Just holding their shape for the moment as they try and invite the press from the Singaporean side. Not too good with the distribution on this occasion from Patiwa. There's Bailey Wright. It's a lovely ball. Awkward angle for him. Costa back into Ramsala. Chipped into Lopez. Couldn't get that under control. Poklo looking for Musain Al-Ghassani. Close attendance was Tony Darkovic. There's Akram. Plenty of space to get his head up. I would expect a lot better from Akram Asman in those situations. He wasn't closed down quickly. Had lots of time on the ball. Put in a better delivery. Joined the Lion City Sailors in January this year. Former Tanjung Pagar United captain Akram Asman. Very early on in the contest to be wasting time, but there's already been a warning for Patiwa. Referee just saying that he's noticing these things, and if it is going to happen again, then Patiwa will be booked. So he's gotten his final warning, and just as he was getting ready to take that, Supan Tongsong has gone down with what looks to be a groin injury. A Thailand international, the 31-year-old Supan Tongsong. Well, it'll be fascinating to see what they do if he isn't going to be fit enough to continue. Will need to be a bit of a reshuffle. Supan, perhaps this is where just tweaked his groin on the stretch. Sliding in, going to block that cross from Ramsala. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to carry on. Supan will receive some treatment, but it's not looking too good. Just having a look at the bench, and potentially they could bring on Nitipong Selanon at right back and push Jakapan Praisuwan into central defence. Well, number 36 for Bangkok United has got that versatility, so it gives Tostawan Sripan options. T. Let's come off the arm of Lopez. Supan for now looks to be okay. He's back on. So prevents a little bit of a headache for Tostawan Sripan. Have to make an early change just yet. Anyway, we'll keep an eye on Supan Tongsong and how he does over the next few minutes or so. But he's moving pretty well right now. Here's Everton. There's a test for Tongsong. We got a tap. Lionel Tan is getting in the way of Al-Ghassani. Ivan Susak should have been a clean claim from the goalkeeper, but he gets away with it. That's been the thing with Ivan Susak, the 28-year-old. Just over 2 meters tall. He's conceded 13 goals in 8 appearances for the Lion City Sailors, picking up just 1 clean sheet, which came in the Singapore Premier League about 10 days ago. He was brought in to strengthen the side and compete with Izwan Mahmoud, who is the Singapore #1. Has been the first choice since coming in. As performances have been a little mixed. To be fair to him, Ivan Susak has made some important saves, but he's also looked a little uncertain in some situations, as we just saw there. Costa, Lopez, Pires, it's Lionel Tan, getting closer and closer to the 100 appearance mark for the Lion City Sailors. Hasn't really had as many minutes as he would have liked this season. That's good play from Lopez into Akram Asman, linking up with Leonard T. Able to get it to Ndenge. Perez, Ramsala. Two in the box for the Lion City Sailors. Ramsala with the shot. And he had his angles covered well. Patiwat. Problems for Patiwat Kamai. A bad idea from Ramsala to take the shot first time on the turn. Perez again recovers it in midfield for the Sailors. Costa picks up Ramsala. Well, Ramsala had Costa, T and Lopez in the box. Couldn't find either one of them. Pretty solid start to the season for Bart Ramsala, 29-year-old. He's been with the Lion City Sailors since February 2024. From FC Utrecht and PSV Eindhoven player. With the long throw. On the home side. Tirasin, strong defensive header. It's back out to Akram. Perez. And Ndenge. Costa. This combination out wide. Costa with the shot. And again, Patiwat was positioned nicely. Didn't look like he was going to be beaten at his near post. Sent wide by Costa anyway. Doesn't score too many goals, Diogo Costa, 22-year-old. Left wing back. Joined Lion City Sailors initially on loan in January of this year from Famalicão. Made the move permanent in July, signing a 5-year contract with the club. Yet to score in this competition. And he does have 4 assists in his 7 appearances in the campaign last season. It's Lionel Tan. It's in a little bit of trouble. Again, they find a way out. Now Bailey Wright is just instructing his attackers to make the move into the channels. They needed a way out, kept possession well. It just wasn't the right sort of movement needed in front of them. Much better now. T linking up with Lopez. There's Len T. And a good charge into the area. Well-timed challenge from Supan Tongsong. This looks to have jarred his groin again. Something for Toshtawan and Suriban to think about. Good turn of pace from Leonard T and from Supan Tongsong. But you just have a look at his right leg. Just gets stuck in the turf a little bit, although it is his left groin that he was feeling earlier. He's back up without the need for any treatment. He should be okay. Ramsala. Costa, change up in this set-piece routine. Perez, his shot is deflected. It's come off. Everton. They're saying there was a handball. They want a free kick in the central position. The referee is just indicating to them that his arm was right by his body, Everton, as he stepped out. It did make contact with his arm, and it was right by his side. A bit harsh to give a free kick for that. Corner of this match for the Lion City Sailors. Costa again. This time it's Everton who heads it out. Another corner on the far side. Very close with the possession numbers this first half. Well, Everton is indicating to the bench that there's going to be a need for a change. Don't know if he's talking about himself or whether it's central defensive partner, Supan Tongsong. He's just signaled. Well, there's a challenge there on Costa from Tirasin. Lion City Sailors players are surrounding the referee. Flag had gone up for what might have been offside anyway. It's quickly taken. They have to get themselves back. Al-Haft. It's Ilyas Al-Haft. Drags his shot wide. No VAR support at this stage of the competition. Let's take a closer look at this one. Ramsala into Costa. It might have just gotten a touch off the studs, Tirasin. A flag did go up from the assistant referee on this near side, so I wonder if there might have been an offside call anyway on Costa. Not been given, so they have to get on with it. But without VAR, it's one of those things that you have to live with as well. You sometimes hear players and coaches saying they wish they could go back to the days of no VAR. Well, here you go. People will complain either way, whether there's VAR or not. It's just the nature of the game. Costa still having a discussion with the assistant referee on the far side of the pitch. He was nowhere near being involved in that. Here's a good look at this one. Yeah, he was offside anyway, I think, Costa. Have a look at that line. Kitipan, the number 18, just at the top of the 6-yard box. I think Costa just moved into an offside position. It was rolled back into him by Ramsala. The flag went up straight away, to be fair to the official on this near side. This is an issue for Bangkok United. We're going to have to make that change. And as I said earlier, Nitipong Selanon is the player who is coming on. for Supan Tongsong. And so the move here is likely to be Jakapan Praisuan going into middle of that defense alongside Everton. Nitipong be playing at right back. Selanon, who's been with Bangkok United since June of 2022, joined the club from Chiang Rai United. It's Ramsala breezes past Nitipong. How's that for an introduction? And also went past Silas Al Haft pretty easily with that burst of pace. Done. Perez and Denge find a way out via Datkovic. As drew Bangkok United into the midfield. Looking for the space out wide for Datkovic. Tried a longer pass into Leonard T, but Patiwat switched on again. Jakapan. Very different in terms of his profile to Supan Tongsong. Jakapan Praisuan is a lot more comfortable in possession. Very good at carrying the ball through the defensive line, bringing it forward. So it just gives Alexander Rankovic and the Lion City Sailors players something else to think about. Here he is, Jakapan. He doesn't have the height of Supan Tongsong. So on the other side of it, something the Sailors can look to exploit. As Lionel Dan, strong, gets to it ahead of Musin Al-Ghassani. A good pass into T. Firmly into Lopez from Ndenge. Too firm. Anderson Lopez, who scored 4 goals in that 4-2 win against Selangor here on match day 2 for the Lion City Sailors. 32-year-old Brazilian. Has 2 goals in the league as well. There's Wanchai. Al-Ghassani to Wanchai. Poklo Anand. It's well read. Beautiful interception by Costa. It should be a free kick to the Lion City Sailor. He was taken out there, Costa. Referee plays the advantage. Here's Poklo. And straight into Akram Azman. And it's Bangkok United who get the free kick for a handball. Well, it's a little bit unfortunate. He ends up catching it, but this should have been the free kick for Costa. He was tripped up by Nitipong Selanon. A little bit unlucky there, Akram Azman. There was nowhere else for him to really go after he'd made that sliding challenge. He's made contact with his arm. Quite unlucky there, the Lion City Sailors. Maybe a bit of controversy if Bangkok United score from this free kick. Elias Al Haft and Jakapan Praisuan standing over it. I've been joined by Poklo. It is Jakapan. The ball has done its job. That would have been a problem for Susak. Well, that cleared the wall. That's what you want. The players standing in front of you, nice and organized, and no one turning their back towards the shot. You see it all too often in the professional game. Players turning away from shots, breaking the wall, and that's how efforts squeeze through. Not that time. Danger is not over. Poklo will be taking this. And looking for the outswinger. Shallower delivery. Not a great one. Sent clear by Bailey Wright. Mutipong Selanon. Win the throw in off Ramsala. .22 goals, 21 assists. And there's 53 previous appearances for the Lion City Sailors for Bart Ramsala. There's 3 goals and 5 assists in the Singapore Premier League this season. There's 5 appearances in that competition. Up against much better quality than they normally face in the domestic league. Good first half of football. Poklo. Wanchai. Players not letting the heat and humidity affect them too much. Nice tempo to this contest. Is there a foul off the ball? The referee doesn't think so. Coming together there between Lionel Tan and Hossein Al Ghassani. It's good awareness from Lionel Tan. Sometimes see defenders ball watching, just switching off in those situations. No issue there for Sailors number 5. And number 26, Bailey Wright, has been a fantastic signing for the club since he's come in. Costa, Perez, Ramsala. Throw into the away side. Tirasin smartly touched on, but Darkovic was there to win it back. Akram. Easy for Everton. And that cross from out wide, quite good enough for them to really trouble the Bangkok United defence. More frustration for the Sailors. They'll feel that a number of decisions have gone against them in this first half. And a penalty shout. What they felt was a foul on Costa. It was Costa who was also fouled on the other end. Wasn't given. It led to a free kick, and another free kick that's gone against the home side. Still a long way to go in this contest, but a draw for Bangkok United away from home wouldn't be a bad result at all. Gives them the advantage in the head-to-heads against the Sailors. Already won the first meeting, if it comes down to it. Akram, there's that run into the channel again for T. Couldn't quite put enough bend on that pass forward, Akram, but they'll take the throw. He's a hard-working attacker is Leonard T. Just to play a little bit of a different role for the side this season with Anderson Lopez, the line-leading striker. 33-year-old German forward, Leonard T. He's been with Lion City Sailors since May of 2024. Spent 6 seasons in Dutch football. He was a top scorer last season. Picked up 28 goals in 26 Singapore Premier League appearances. There's Akram with the throw. Gets it back. Better delivery. Bit of a tester this time. At least I thought it was going to be a better delivery. Spent too much time in the air. Safe hands from Patiwat. Perez and Dengue. City Sailors haven't made too many new signings, which is a sign of actually how well they've recruited over the last couple of years or so. How they've been able to retain these players, identifying the right talent to come in, having these players produce and retaining that quality. Ramsala. Again, there's a long pass that stretches this Bangkok defense. Ramsala sees his effort blocked. Perez. Well, it looked to be another firm but fair challenge from Rui Perez. Sailors fans here at Bishan not happy. I think he did make contact, Perez, first with Wirate. Just have a look at his left boot onto the left ankle of Wirate Pompon. It's the way he went in with the suds showing. There you go. Now that's why it's been given. It is the right call from the official, but it's just that sense of injustice or starting to build. Amongst the home team, they need to make sure they don't get themselves frustrated. There's still a long way to go in this one. Gassani giving the Sailors a taste of their own medicine with that run into the channel. It's well defended. Get white shirts back, forced out again. Poklo, Tirasin, Al-Ghassani, Wanchai, Everton, Poklo, Jakaban. That's it again. Has that ability of Jakaban just to drift into central positions a little bit further forward. Wasn't a good pass this time around, but that's something that could cause an issue for the Land City Sailors in terms of their overload in those central positions. Because those two in the middle of the park for the Sailors, and Dengue and Perez, at times might have to deal with a box midfield of 4. Let's see how that goes on as this match progresses. Titipan. Clear foul from Perez. No complaints this time. The Portuguese destroyer, making his 21st AFC Club competition appearance. 15 of them in AFC Champions League Two. Played for Portugal at the Under-19 Euros in 2017, helped them to a runner-up finish. Didn't feature in that first game against Bangkok United. It's a pretty strong display. Getting a start in this one. It's nicely done by Lopez. Flex it into T. Walk that pass forward from Everton. Takes the contact into the back. Anderson Lopez. So we will be seeing a minimum of 3 minutes added on. So very even in terms of the possession numbers in this contest. Bangkok United just under 53%. City Sailors just a little over 47. 10 shots so far, 6 for the Sailors, 4 for Bangkok United. Just one of those 10 has been on target. One coming from the Singapore side. Tidily held up by Al-Ghassani. Wirate. That's the timing of that run and the pass. He's kept himself onside. Al-Ghassani! That's a brilliant finish for Bangkok United. his third goal of the season's competition. Muhsin Al Ghassani. This time around, his run isn't tracked by Lionel Tan. Just drifts into that space off the left. There you go, on the blind side, cuts in field. And in between, Akram Asman and Lionel Tan, a beautiful pass from Wiratep Pompun for the assist. It's his second assist of the season's competition. Muhsin Al Ghassani kept his cool. Essentially passed it around Susak. That is his 28th goal in his 57th appearance for Bangkok United. He was sent off, Al Ghassani, after just 14 minutes in the Thai League at the weekend against Uthai Thani, a 2-1 defeat for Bangkok United. He's making up for that with another goal here. Scored from the penalty spot. It's the match winner against the Sailors in the first meeting between these sides. And he's opened the scoring this evening. And the Sailors once more finding Bangkok United a very difficult opposition to get one over. The fourth game against them, and haven't been able to keep a clean sheet in any of those fixtures. Costa looking for Lopez, just over his head. Costa going to try and make something of that pass that was floated back in by Anderson Lopez. So caught out by a really good pass over the top. Man City Sailors back line. It's not been a poor performance at all. It's been a good display from the home team. Bangkok United. A simple football, getting the breakthrough. It's Ilyas Al-Haft again. He was looking for that ball over the Sailors' back line for Muhsin Al Ghassani. As the whistle goes for half-time here at Bishan Stadium, Muhsin Al Ghassani with a lovely finish, perfectly timed run, getting on the end of that well-weighted pass from Wiratep Pompun. There was no pressure in central midfield on Wiratep. Sailors defense playing that high line, and Muhsin Al Ghassani punishing them for a little bit of a lapse. Going to finish to give himself 3 goals in AFC Champions League 2 this season. At half-time at Bishan Stadium, it's Bangkok United 1, Lion City Sailors 0.
Still the Skytrax 5-star bird. That's a lot of best. And none of it happens without the best guys. Thank you for flying with us. And for voting, we will further because of your visit. Everyone's crazy about football. One boxing. That's never ending game in football. One move, game over. Tennis, no matter how old you are. When it goes wrong, you become your own worst enemy. I came for football, I stay for more. Football teaches us how to win, as well as how to accept defeat gracefully. Then go on to do our best in the next game. For this trail, boys.
for Bangkok United, 16, Hussein Saleh Al-Hassani. Goal for Bangkok United, 16. Goal for Bangkok United, 16.
Bangkok United get the second half underway. Playing in the blue and black, going from left to right on your screens. Leading by a goal to nil, Musin Al-Ghassani. Made a fine finish at the end of that first half to give them the lead going into the break. So what sort of response will we have from the Lion City Sailors in this second 45? They want to keep the destiny in their own hands, then a win is a must for them against Bangkok United. For the away side, draw would have been a decent result. Win, all the better. Maximum points for them would put Bangkok United in such a strong position to go through into the next stage of this competition. They made it into the round of 16 at the last edition of the AFC Champions League Two. Came up against Sydney FC of Australia in the round of 16, and they pushed the Australian side. It was 5-4 on aggregate. Second leg that went into extra time. Looking good for them as it stands. Both these teams finishing top of their respective groups last season. Put together for this campaign. And it's Bangkok United who in the head-to-heads between these two clubs have had the upper hand. Continues to be the case here. T, back to Ndenge. Trying to float that one over the head of Nitipong Selanon. Enough of a touch. Costa to Ramsala. Lifted in by Bar Ramsala. And for that late run from Akram Azman, and Wan Chai had to deal with that. Not a bad idea, late run, but Wan Chai was composed enough. Not for a corner. To the Lion City Sailors. That's 6 of them in the first half. First of the second, Costa, good delivery, punched away by Patiwat. Under pressure from Anderson Lopez. He wasn't too happy with that challenge from the Brazilian. The referee okay with it. Susha. Lovely bit of distribution from Susha. Ramsala looking for the early ball. Everton in the way. Important interception by the Brazilian central defender. This time around it was the Bangkok United defense that was just caught out by a longer pass over the top. It's been a theme of this contest. Both sides making use of those longer passes into the channels. Number 8, looked in low by Costa. Al-Haft puts it away from his penalty area, only as far as Akram Azman. Here's Ramsala. Costa. Trying to get away from Wiratep. Picked up the assist for that opening goal. Poor clearance. And the Sailors keep the pressure on. Lopez with the header. Just wide from Anderson Lopez. Good start to the second half. From last season's finalists. Rolls well, Lopez, and that's the aspect tactically I was talking about from that first half, with the injury of Supan Tongsong and having Nitipong Selanon come in at right back. Jakapan Praisuan into central defense. Isn't the tallest of central defenders. And that's what the Lion City Sailors can look to try and take advantage of, as they almost did on that occasion. Tirasin is almost playing as a central midfielder in this game. Jakapan. Lionel with the header, straight to Ilyas Al-Haft. Aggressive in the challenge was Ramsala. Perez with the ball over the top to Lopez. Only has T to aim for in the area. Costa into D! That's come off Everton. Arms behind his back. No shouts for handball. Lovely cross that was played in by Costa. Picking out Leonard T. There you go. Have a look at the shape on this delivery from Costa. A little bit behind Leonard T perhaps. He had to move on to it. And Everton is saying his arms were behind his back. Again, if it does make contact with his arm, then what else is he supposed to do with his hands in that situation? You can understand the automatic appeal coming in from the Lion City Sailors, but that is almost never going to be given. Poklo. Looking for the way out. Couldn't find Titipan. Darkovic strong in the air. Jakapan, clever ball into midfield for Tirasin. There's a loose touch from Tirasin down there, but he gets away with it. Frustrating foul committed by Bailey Wright, and there's going to be a talking to here for Perez as well for kicking the ball after the whistle. And initially had a bit of a rough start to life at the Lion City Sailors, but things have been brilliant for him since then. He had a couple of suspensions and injuries to deal with in his early days at the Lion City Sailors. Member of 2 Australian squads at FIFA World Cup. Titipan cuts across it. The Lion City Sailors, champions of Singapore, winning the league and cup double last season, and a domestic treble. If you take into account the Community Shield that they won at the beginning of that last campaign, they lost this season's Community Shield to another Singapore side that's playing in this competition, Tampines Rovers. So it was a bit of a slow start for them to this campaign. First 2 losses, but they've been in a great run of form since then. And that defeat to Bangkok United on matchday 3 was their only loss from the last 8 matches in all competitions. But here come Bangkok United again. Costa not taking any chances, puts it out. Bailey Wright is saying to the assistant referee that he wants a flag. That should have been offside. That should have been the call. There's no one, Sripan. We're pretty pleased with the way his side have handled things this evening. Could be a little bit more incisive in attack, I think, if you want to be hypercritical, but they do have the goal away from home, something for them to hold on to and a chance to build on that. Issue off the ball. Right, getting caught up. No problems for Ivan Susak. For the early ball forward to Ramsala, who's got speed. They're going to have to try and clean this up here between the 2 of them. Patiwat Kamai and Nitibong Selanon almost getting themselves into a bit of bother. No trouble in the end for Patiwat. Everton, who's been at Bangkok United since 2017. To Jakapan, who was only joined the club in January this year after 3 seasons with BG Pathum United. Also had a short spell with Mongtong United on loan before joining Bangkok United. Has been an important player, but as a starter or from off the bench, making his 30th appearance in all competitions for the club. Perez around the corner to Akram, no way forward. to recycle this. Good pressing from Bangkok United. There is an outlet on the left with Darkovic. Perez initially didn't see it, eventually does find Tony Darkovic. Turned over, Wiratep. That's a lovely ball for Al Haft. Covering from Lionel Tan. Takes it away from Ilyas Al Haft. Costa, clever pass into the channel for Lopez. Big chance for the Sailors. Flag is up for offside. A very close call. He might just have been on. I think he was onside. Clever ball from Costa. Splits that defense. But once again, for the Lion City Sailors, it's Everton that they've found difficult to get past. Intelligent run from Lopez. Joined the Lion City Sailors from Yokohama F. Marinos. Player who has played in Japan, Korea Republic, and the People's Republic of China as well. Incredible goal scorer at continental level. That's taken quickly. Ilyas Al Haft will chase and will get to it. Still with Al Haft. It's a bit of a coming together there between Titipan and Costa. And again, Susak with the big shout. Takes command and control of the situation. Ivan Susak, who's joined the Sailors from Slaven Belupo, played most of his career in Croatia. So a change coming up for the Lion City Sailors. And it's Akram Azman who will be coming off to be replaced by Song Eui-yong, another Singapore international.
Substitution for Lion City Sailors. 30, Akram Azman is replaced by 15, Song Eui-yong.
Akram Azman looking a little bit dejected. A long walk across from the far side of the pitch. Replaced by 31-year-old Song Eui-yong, who will be 32 in a couple of days for an early birthday present. Referee has let that one go. Sen El Ghassani running straight into Bailey Wright. Good change to make by Alexander Rankovic. Song Eui-yong, who's a goal-scoring midfielder. Born and raised in Korea Republic, moved to Singapore as an 18-year-old to pursue a career in the professional game with Home United here at Bishan Stadium. Spent 8 years with them. Another 3 with the Lion City Sailors. He was also at spells in Thailand and Indonesia before coming back to the Sailors early last year. Going to make an impact, Song Eui-yong, with his introduction. Dirasin takes up a clever position in behind that Sailors midfield. On the break, player streaming forward for Bangkok United. That's a terrible delivery from Nitipong Selanon. Well, look at the numbers they get into the box. 4 targets eventually for Nitipong Selanon to hit. He's been a regular for the club in Thai League One. So former Port FC and Buriram player. He's made more than 120 appearances for Bangkok United. The right back. Making his 25th AFC Club competition appearance this evening. Just been dragged out of position by Costa. Wiratep tracks the run of Ramsala, still able to get a ball in. Jakapan is there. Costa. Quick feet to Perez. He scored his first senior professional goal recently, Rui Perez, in a Singapore Premier League match against Tanjung Pagar United. It was a stunning strike. Song Young with the cross from deep. Everton with the header. Al-Ghassani took the contact from right, and they will take this, Bangkok United. In these instances where they can just slow the game down and frustrate the Lion City Sailors even more. The Lion City Sailors have had plenty of time to rest and recover and prepare for this game. Prior to this fixture, they played in the Singapore Premier League on the 27th of October, about 10 days ago. Can't have any excuses when it comes to lack of preparation or freshness. They are missing several players though. Safwan Baharudin, Haris Harun both out. Maxime Lestienne also out through injury, and he's such a big player for the side. But with a team and a squad with that much quality, not really much of an excuse. Others having to step up in his absence. Poklon. Teresin gets crowded out. There's T. Does very well to find a way out. Here's Lopez, who needs to make it stick. He claims he was fouled. Possession stays with the Sailors for the moment. Look at Everton chasing everything. Total commitment to the cause, but it breaks for the Singapore side. Song. Ramsala. That's a waste from Bart Ramsala. You expect a lot better from a player of his quality. The Lion City Sailors in strong form on the domestic front. 5 wins from their first 5 matches in the SPL. Leading the table pretty comfortably at the moment. Different story in the AFC Champions League Two campaign this season. And more annoyance for them. This keeps building and building. Bangkok United, second in Thai League One, 20 points from the 10 matches in that competition. They have, over the last few seasons, been the side that has come closest to trying to end the Buriram's dominance of Thai football. They've just tended to fall short, finishing second in the league in 3 consecutive campaigns. They're a club with a decent history of playing continental competitions as well. Made it into the round of 16 of the AFC Champions League 23-24 season. Finishing top of the group ahead of Jeonbuk Hyundai. And Dengue, good work, give and go, linking up with T. Heavy touch, takes him into the path of Jakapando. And that foray forward is stopped. They'll try again. It's done. T. Song. T. Joins in the attack. Ramsala. Space on the outside for Costa. A wild effort in the end. The young Portuguese player, Diogo Costa. Well, T almost saying to him, send it into the area. Leave the scoring to the strikers. Lopez, T and Song all waiting for a delivery from Diogo Costa, and it normally arrives from him. Not a player who takes too many shots at goal. And he's got an incredible assist record, 14 of them in 30 appearances for the Lion City Sailors. Here's T in the box. T with the effort. Touched wide by Patiwan. trying to ramp up the pressure, the Lion City Sailors. Well, that might have been headed in at the far post. Great angle to have a look at this one. Oh, that would have been on target. Needed a touch from Patiwar. That's a great save. The international goalkeeper keeping his side in the lead. The referee just having to calm things down. It's Costa who will deliver again. More contact in the box. Well, it's Lionel Dan on Poklo. Getting a talking to. There's an incident just before that. What's happened off the ball? There you go, shove. 2 arms into the chest of Poklo. Of course, going to make the most of it. But they're being closely watched. Tirasi with a header, trouble for Bangkok United. But look at that from Patiwar once more. And it looks like it should have been a corner. Patiwar appeared to have saved that. Under pressure. It's a great call. It is wonderful. Patiwar gets a touch. But the last bit of contact is from Lopez, just off the top of his head. So a player who's incredibly familiar with Singapore football, about to come on for Bangkok United. And it's Tirasin Dangda who will be coming off to be replaced by Sea Kunori, formerly with Tampines Rovers. And Albirex Niigata Singapore.
Number 17, Sea Kunori.
Sea Kunori coming on, he scored a goal against Uthai Thani at the weekend. So fresh legs in attack for Bangkok United. And Musin Al-Ghassani will just move into the middle of that forward line. Sea Kunori will play in off the left. Different challenge for the Lion City Sailors with Sea Kunori coming on. He's an excellent technical player, capable of game-changing moments as Kunori. Scores and creates, also very hard-working and versatile. Yet to score. AFC Champions League Two this season, but has 4 goals on the domestic front. There he is. Enough aggression in that challenge from Bailey Wright. It's the trouble Kunori with that attempt to switch play, and it's the Sailors to break forward. Here's Ramsala. Denge. Perez. Dankovic. Was playing in the 2nd division of Spanish football before making the move to Singapore. Costa, first time cross. Everton, first time defensive header. Perez is having a look over his shoulder, doesn't help him. Gives it straight to Al-Haft. Bangkok United. The transition, and Bailey Wright does enough to come across and guide that out for a throw-in. Mistake from Perez, not punished by the opposition. As Wirata glides away from Ndenge. Kunori. By Lionel Dan. Wirata again. Beautiful play by Wirata. Heavy touch into the box means Lionel Dan can come in with the block. Here's Poklo Annan. Al-Haft. It's Ilyas Al-Haft. Wayward effort. the Dutchman, Ilyas Al Haft. It's his second move outside of Netherlands. Also played in Armenia with FC Noah. Al Haft to spend time at Almere City. Club that Tom Hay, current Indonesia international, used to play for as well. Very interesting to see if there is any interest with Al Haft. Half Moroccan, half Indonesian. Represented the Netherlands at youth level. Hasn't quite been able to make that much of an impact in his short time at Bangkok United. Here's Ramselaar. The T, yeah, just a bit too much on that pass from Ramselaar. Not a bad effort though. But Patiwat Kamai, once again, he's alert to these instances where he needs to be quick off his line. It's that starting position as well. Senses danger. He's been with Bangkok United since July of 2022. Came through with Bangkok United as a young player, Patiwat Kamai. 27 caps for Thailand. Another one who's getting closer to the 100 appearance mark for his club. And that is, as it stands, Patiwat Kamai will be headed towards his third clean sheet in 4 appearances against the Lion City Sailors, who are getting ready to make 2 changes. After Bangkok United are done with this attack. Titipan, Wirata. Oh, clever from Hussein Al Ghassani. Ilyas Al Haft. Block coming in from Darkovic. Takes the sting out of that shot. So, Lopez. Space out wide. To his left with Costa. That's a good pass. Lovely ball in. The white shirts really attacking it at the back post. You just had Leonard D. Now that's where you feel that they need to gamble a little bit more, especially with the quality that's coming in from out the left-hand side by Costa. Great shape on that delivery. And they needed a run at the back post. So Perez is done. His 50th appearance for the Lion City Sailors in all competitions. Shawal Anwar. One of 2 players coming in. The other is Hami Shaheen. Both Singapore internationals. Both players with good technical quality. Clever footballers as well. Hami Shaheen and Shawal Anwar. Both the holding midfielders have been taken off. Very much an attacking change. The Lion City Sailors, Hami Shaheen will just hold that position in the middle of the park. But he loves to get on the ball and play it forward. Try and construct those attacks. And with Shawal Anwar, even at the age of 34, still such a threat going forward. Really great timing of his runs. Having to be proactive with those changes and having to hope that something comes from that. The Lion City Sailors will probably be playing with a front 4 now. They've gone into a back 4, so it looks to be a 4-2-4. Hami Shaheen and Song Euyong in the middle. They'll push Ramselaar, Lopez, T and Shawal Anwar forward. There he is, Shawal on that right-hand side. Ramselaar operating on the left. Lopez and T in those 2 attacking positions. Shawal has scored 8 goals in the AFC Champions League Two. 13 appearances he made in last season's campaign. Finished 1 behind Sada Azmoun in the Golden Boot race. Hasn't scored in this season's competition though, so it's 7 AFC Champions League 2 games for him without a goal. Great moment to find his first of this season, if he can. Costa with the throw, a Song. Way too much that by Song Ayong for Bailey Wright. There's a number 15 for the Lion City Sailors. 30 caps for Singapore. Making his 42nd AFC Club competition appearance. Has got 23 goals on the continent. 9 of those goals coming in 11 appearances for Home United in their AFC Cup campaign of 2018 when they won the ASEAN Zone final. Triple change about to happen for Bangkok United. Wanchai Jarunongkran is going to be replaced by Pratama Arhan, Indonesia international. Nebozia Kosovic will also be coming on, an experienced central midfielder who was playing in the Chinese Super League with Meito Haka. Adzic, Luka Adzic also coming on. Al-Haf and Poklo Anan, the other players coming off for Bangkok United.
97, Elias Al-Haf is replaced by 7, Luka Ades.
The Sailors starting to run out of time. Costa. There's Ramsala. Lifted in, Lopez with a chance at the near post. And perhaps just too much contact on that header. That's been left for Pratama Arhan. He's a real threat from those throw-ins. A little bit further forward, he launches them into the area with speed and precision. Pratama Arhan, who had spells in Japan and Korean football. It's brought from Susak. Puts his side immediately under pressure. Kadzic, lovely quality. Big chance for Bangkok United. Titipan it was with the shot.
Ladies and gentlemen, the total attendance for today's match is 2,049. Thank you for your support.
Big block by Tony Datkovic. Titipan. Another former Mongtong United Academy product. He's been with Bangkok United since 2021. Joined from BG Pathum United. Also played for Chiang Rai United and had a spell in Japan with Oita Trinita. Pretty decent season in J1. Made 20 appearances for them in that competition before returning to Thailand. Wiratep. Lopez heads it away. Bangkok United pick up the second ball. Here's Wiratep again. Lopez in his way. Nitipong Selanon. Two white shirts in front of him and he's turned it over. Ramsala perhaps in a bit too much of a hurry to try and release Shawal Anwar. Well, was there a foul on Kosovic? City Sailors fans don't seem to think so, but you'd expect that from them. It looked to be a little bit late, Shawala. Jakapan. Big switch out wide to Luka Adzic. First few touches since coming on have looked very good. Number 7 for Bangkok United. As Kosovic will be a very composed presence in the middle of the park for them. He was a good contributor. Goals and assists when he was playing in the Chinese Super League with Meitso Haka. And Kosovic, someone who also played in Singapore when he was an under-15 international. Represented his country at the 2010 Youth Olympic Games that took place here. Ramsala takes it away from the Montenegro midfielder, Kosovic. Hami Shaheen, Costa. Bangkok United happy to just sit back late on in this contest. They look to try and protect this lead. It's a slender lead, so plenty of hope left for the Lion City Sailors. Pretty sloppy foul given away by Costa. As Kosovic on the cover. Slightest touch into the back. That's enough. Experienced players will take that contact and go down. And referees, they tend to give those. Bangkok United looking to get back to winning ways. That defeat to Uthai Thani in the Thai League, snapping a 5-match run without a loss. Thai team also has a very good away record in this competition. They've lost just 1 of their 5 games on the road in AFC Champions League Two. That defeat came against another Singapore side, Tampines Rovers, in November of last year. Wiratap. Oh, delightful ball once again. Adzic! Oh, it's a brilliant goal! What a strike by Luka Adzic! And it's Wiratap Pompon, the architect from midfield again. That is done now. Bangkok United have come away to Singapore and will go back home with all 3 points. A big blow for the Lion City Sailors. Wiratap, 2 assists this evening. Adzic, since he's come on, has been a real threat. Expertly put away. Look at the precision and the pace on this strike from Adzic. Zipped into that far post, no chance for Susak. He wasn't even looking at the goal. Incredible strike by Luka Adzic. And a deserved second for Bangkok United.
Goal for Bangkok United, 7, Luka Adzic.
It's gone quiet here at Bishan. There's Hami Shaheen. Costa. Ramsala. Everton, as he's done all night, heads that one away. Kunori, chance for another for Bangkok United. Here's Muhsin Al Ghassani. Come forward again, Muhsin Al Ghassani goes for goal himself. Plenty of power behind that, but straight at Susak. Kosovic. Big moment for Luka Adzic as well. That goal, his first for Bangkok United this season. Someone who's also played in Dutch football with PC Zwolle and in Belgium with Anderlecht. Came through the Red Star Academy in Serbia. Luka Adzic. Costa wants Sripan being able to call upon players of that sort of quality. Give his side a lift. Ramsala, ball into the box. Adzic back there, helping out. Pratama. And the Lion City Sailors, prior to this matchup, losing just 2 of the 8 home games, 5 wins and a draw in that run. One of those defeats in that final here to Sharjah FC. Well, they were looking for a little bit of revenge. Definitely some redemption and a revival. But it isn't going to happen for the Singapore champions. Not looking good for them in the group as well. Nitipong, Kunori. And he gets a touch off Costa, out for a throw-in. A little bit of invention from Seat Kunori. He was caught in a difficult position, out against the sideline, no way to progress. Strike that flick, got the throw-in. Adzic. That's Kosovic. Virate. And the Sailors about to put on another striker this late on. Abdul Razak getting ready to make an appearance. There's Kunori. Virate. Pratama. Al-Ghassani waiting in the area. Adzic! He's not shy. Full of confidence now. Having scored that goal. Here's the change for the Lion City Sailors. Lionel Tan is off.
Lionel is replaced by 31.
Abdul Razak is on. So as it stands, Bangkok United leading this group, 9 points. Lion City Sailors will stay in third on 4 points. They'll need some other results to go their way. Persib Bandung will be up against Selangor FC of Malaysia in this group's other match a little bit later on. Bangkok United will also have the 2 wins in the head-to-heads against the Lion City Sailors, and it's another clean sheet. Looking very likely it'll be another clean sheet for Bangkok United against this opposition. 4 matches and they've conceded just once to the Lion City Sailors. Virate. Minimum of 4 minutes to be added on. If there's going to be a comeback, we need a goal now. Ramsala. And Razak, who's quick. And he's actually done brilliantly to get the ball into the area. Ramsala again with the cross. Lopez. Getting crowded out. T with the effort. Well, they've gotten one back. Leonard T. With his second goal of the season's competition. The Sailors are not done just yet. Might have been a premature call earlier, but Luka Adzic putting that away. Still life left into this one. Well, Leonard D, there was no question about him being offside, but the questions being asked from Bangkok United about whether there was a handball from Anderson Lopez. Again, there might have been. It comes off his arm. If that goes to VAR, if there was a VAR, that's not given, but there isn't. And so the Land City Sailors get a little bit of good fortune, and they make the most of that opportunity. Leonard T with the goal. Still time then for another. Kosovic. Very nervy moments here for Bangkok United. T goes from range. And even the most experienced of players in these moments suffer from a bit of a rush of the blood to the head. Well, the simplest option would have been Shawal just on the outside of him. Well, again, it's another hard-fought match between these two clubs. Over the head of Lopez. Jakapan sends it up into the night sky. Comes back down again. Titipan unable to get it under control. We're up there pressing. The Sailors will just launch it long. Everton with a big header. Goes through Jakapan to get to it. Dramatic finish at Bishan. Ramsala. Flighted in, Patiwant. Relieves the pressure on his side. Flag had gone up. Referee okay to play on. Goalkeeper caught it cleanly. Tricky one for Datkovic. Right. Finds Razak. Shawal makes the run. An offside position now. Lopez gonna thread it through into T. Late challenge from right. Titipan's not going to be happy with that, but he just needs to calm down and take it. And there will be a booking for Bailey Wright. Well, Titipan doing the professional thing. It is incredibly irritating, of course, for the Land City Sailors and their fans. And perhaps for neutrals as well watching on. Well, Bangkok United are almost there. The Land City Sailors, who actually have a very good record against Thai clubs, they're not called Bangkok United. They beat Port and Muangthong last season in this competition. They just found this difficult nut to crack. And there it is, Bangkok United have picked up a massive win in this competition on match day 4. It is their third of this campaign. A win that sends them atop of Group G and puts the Land City Sailors in all sorts of trouble. Progression out of their hands pretty much. They will need other results to go their way. It's a big blow for last season's finalists. Bangkok United can celebrate a crucial result, an important win for them on the road. A goal at the end of that first half from Muhsin Al Ghassani, his third of the campaign, giving them the lead going into the break. And they held firm defensively in the second half, for most of it anyway. For Luka Adzic came on from off the bench to make it 2-0 with a brilliant strike. Werate Pompun with 2 assists this evening, an excellent display in the middle of the park. And it looked to be over, done and dusted, but there was 1 goal pulled back by the Lion City Sailors. Leonard T with his second of the campaign to make it interesting in the final few minutes. But it wasn't enough in the end for the Lion City Sailors as it finishes here at Bishan Stadium. Bangkok United 2, the Lion City Sailors 1.
It was an incredible effort tonight from the Lion City Sailors, but the fight is far from over. The team showed character out there, and they will need your support as we go deeper into Group G. This team has shown time and time again that they can rise to the occasion.
Congratulations on your win tonight. How satisfying was the team's overall performance in securing such a win tonight?
Thank you. We play a very difficult game against a good team. We create many chances, but we score first half and they make it easy for us. But second half we go back a little bit, but finally we win against a good team and very important 3 points.
So you are now on the top of the table in your group. How confident are you in securing your qualification here at Champions League Two?
We know because very difficult group, and we have a very good team. But now we focus against second match, and we keep going to forward.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Safe travels back. Take care. Bye-bye. It was a really close contest against a strong opposition. What do you think the team can build on from this match?
Well, right now we're obviously feeling disappointed that we lost the game. I felt like first half we were a team that was in control of the game and sort of just copped the cheap goal and one we knew was how they like to attack and how they like to threaten us. But all in all, across majority of the game, I felt we looked the stronger team, the more dangerous, and it was two good teams going at it tonight. And there's a few moments, they're a street smart team and they know how to get those little fouls that we weren't getting across the game, and it kills momentum, it sort of kills opportunities in the game, which is frustrating. But again, we have to pick ourselves up and take confidence and pride in the performance. We gave it a go right to the end. You could see we gave everything. Another night maybe we could have got something out of the game, but it wasn't to be. These competitions, the strongest teams in Asia, and that's where we want to test ourselves, and obviously we want to do better than we did tonight, and it's important we learn and build and get stronger for the next.
So 4 points in 4 games. You're still in the mix, so how confident are you in the team that you can push on and finish strongly in the remaining group matches?
Yeah, obviously there's other results to come and a lot of football still to be played and twists and turns, of course. We'll never give up regardless of what's ahead of us, and we have full belief that we can go and still do what we set out to achieve this year, and that's to get better as a team and do even better than we did last year. It's still achievable. I guess now it's, other results can also impact that. To be honest, you just look at the game that's ahead and you focus on that. And now we have to prepare, see what happens and prepare for the next. And like we do always, we prepare to go and win the game, and you win some, you lose some. You've got to hold your head high and say you give it your best, and we did that.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Thank you.